Focus less on the what of what you're doing and much more on the why, and get out of the wonky details of it and into the heart.
If you consider yourself a creative person, I'm very curious about something. Do you think in pictures or do you think in words? Now, the reason this is so important, why I have this question, is because I think it has something to do with something I've tried to improve upon. And I think a lot of creative people have a strong emotional intelligence and they feel things very intensely. I wonder if it has to do with that pictures thing. Do I think in pictures and feel this vision very strongly? And are there people that think in words and are good at articulating things? Makes me wonder if like intellectual people are people that think in words. But let me ask you if this sounds familiar. So there are times when I get like this creative vision. It's like I've received this gift of inspiration, and it's just like this really quick download, and I feel it very deeply and very strongly. Almost to the point where like if I don't notate that quick enough, it'll be gone because there's so much information. So the problem is when we experience and feel and visualize something so deeply and strongly, how do we articulate that? And I think articulating vision might be the key to future success in the creative realm.
It's like 6 cranes right there.
All right, welcome to the Miami office. We're going to do a podcast with Venture Cafe today. A little update, if you haven't been following. So we've been partnering with an organization called Venture Cafe over the last year to produce a podcast called InnovationCity.
Welcome to Innovation City.
If you haven't checked it out, you can check out InnovationCity. It's really, really cool. So we're up to over 60 episodes in the first season, some amazing people. I think you really get something out of it. So that's what we're doing tonight, is we are in Miami recording InnovationCity. So also, we spent this year going back and forth from St. Louis to Miami. We officially launched the Miami office. Welcome to Innovation City, a podcast featuring the innovators, disruptors, and creators who are making things happen today. And today we are at Venture Cafe Miami. So I'm curious, when the two of you came together and you had this vision for something, were there challenges in getting people behind that vision?
So Michelle was lucky in that he arrived at a time where, there was a vacuum, right? And he rented the Colony Theater and presented his musical that he had written, which is called The Golem of Havana. And he was able to so immediately show that there was a need for this, that the city of Miami Beach was open to negotiating with him to give him the theater. And now we're at the point where, people are starting to know who we are and people are starting to, hear our message.
There's a lot of leaders who actually have a golden idea, but they understand the complexity and the nuance of an idea. And it just, for someone who's not an expert in that space or who's not obsessed with that issue, it doesn't translate. At the end of the night, when you sit home at the kitchen table and you're having dinner, you're going to remember, it's how was your day, honey? Remember one thing. What is that thing? And 9 times out of 10, it's not some big theory I had. It's going to be some problem that I raised that stuck with you. If I can get you obsessed with the problem that I'm solving and I say something about it that really gut punches you, I'll make it to the dinner table conversation. Focus less on the what of what you're doing and much more on the why, and get out of the wonky details of it and into the heart.
All right, we just wrapped up Venture Cafe for the night, and I don't know if you can hear that, but it is loud here in Miami. The rental company hooked us up with a nice upgrade. to do a wardrobe change for this next thing. All right, we're giving up. We're not going to wait in line. So I'd like to go to bed tonight, so